What is up, guys? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy Monday, November 13th. We are getting ready for the holiday spirit and season. I am so excited. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and hit subscribe down below. We're going to be chatting about Selling Sunset Season 7 today on my channel. I just finished watching episode 11, and I know that the reunion drops this Wednesday, which will be episode 12. So I'm so excited to see all of the ladies get down and hash out all of the moments from seasons 6 and 7, because they were two back-to-back seasons that filmed, but they did air about 6 months apart on Netflix. But today we're going to be chatting about season 7. It was a pretty interesting season. It got off to kind of a slow start. There are some notable agents who are missing in the office this year. We already lost Christine, Maya, and Davina, but now we've officially lost Heather, and we have gained a new agent, kind of, in the end, Cassandra, but there was just a lot more camera time for Nicole and Bre, who were newbies last season, so we got to learn more about them. Chelsea has really dominated the field of drama this season. She has her pot in everything. There was a feud between Amanza and Chrishelle this season that was pretty tense towards the end. Chrishelle also had some drama with Jason's new girlfriend, Mary Lou, which caused a little bit of drama between Jason and Chrishelle. Mary was dealing with a miscarriage. Emma was up Chrishelle's butt, and there was a trip to Cabo. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with Emma being up Chrishelle's butt, because that is what storyline kind of kicked off the season. So we're dealing with some of the drama from last season that was between Nicole and Chrishelle. The two of them have not gotten along. Nicole kind of started that feud last season. She was upset that Chrishelle was getting more listings and thought maybe it was because Chrishelle and Jason were dating at the time. And Nicole, she has been at the O Group forever. Even though she wasn't on the first 5 seasons of the show, she's been working at the O Group since the beginning. So she just thought she had a little bit more seniority, and coming on the show after they've been filming for so long, it was just a little bit of a power dynamic, and also the personalities just were not meshing. Chrishelle made some pretty, not so nice accusations about Nicole being on drugs last season. So the two of them have just always been at odds since season 6, and season 7 is starting off no different. But this time they're kind of ignoring each other a little bit more. They did hash it out once this season in the beginning, but they kind of agreed to disagree. Chrishelle even gave like a somewhat of an apology to Nicole on episode 5. But where Emma comes into play is that Nicole, she feels like she can't forge relationships with some of the other girls in the office because of her feud with Chrishelle, specifically Emma, who is Chrishelle's right-hand man, her best friend, her BFF. And Nicole calls Emma a social climber, and it rubs a lot of people the wrong way. She feels like Emma is up Chrishelle's ass. What do you guys think watching the show? Do you think Emma is up Chrishelle's ass? Clearly, they do everything together on Instagram. You can see them always going out. Like, I think they're really good friends on and off the show. But on the show, Emma is totally riding Chrishelle's coattails socially. And it's not about Emma having her private jet and having her own listings. Emma is very successful on her own. She's beautiful. But in regards to her place on the show and her role as a cast member, Emma is riding up Chrishelle's coattails a little bit, since Chrishelle is the main character. Emma definitely comes across a little bit like her minion on the show. Was it nice for Nicole to call that out? No. But if Nicole genuinely feels like she is not able to forge a relationship with Emma because of Chrishelle, Nicole's frustrated about that. She wants to get to know Emma on her own without Chrishelle getting in the way. But Emma is so loyal to Chrishelle, that's her best friend. So she's just not able to overlook Chrishelle and Nicole's drama, because it is really deep. So I see both sides. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think in regards to this feud, I'm leaning a little bit more towards Nicole's side. I think that Emma needs to get to know people outside of Chrishelle in the office a little bit better. And that was kind of even evident on the Cabo trip, how Emma was just, of course, going to stay with Chrishelle outside. But we'll get to the Cabo trip in just a second. So Nicole and Chrishelle they just kind of had to agree to disagree. And it kind of was what it was. Another feud that's been going on with Chrishelle in the beginning is her feud with Mary Lou. So let's talk about that one. Mary Lou is Jason's new girlfriend. However, they're not together right now. This show was filmed months ago, so they are not together anymore. But during the time of filming, Mary Lou is Jason's 25-year-old girlfriend who's a model who lives in Europe. Last season, Jason kind of took off a little bit to go to Europe to spend time with Mary Lou. I mean, Jason has worked so hard. He's made so much money. He doesn't want to settle down. Of course, he's going to date a beautiful girl who's probably not the smartest in their mid-20s in Europe. Like, what a lavish life for Jason to just leave all his responsibilities behind. But I guess that eventually caught up with him. So I'm interested to see more about what happened with their breakup on the reunion. And Mary Lou also shows up to the reunion. So that's weird that she's showing up considering her and Jason are no longer together. But Mary Lou, you know, she wants to build her status. She's an influencer, a model. She wants to build her empire, and she's going to use Selling Sunset to do it. So I did think Mary Lou was taking advantage of the situation with Chrishelle and blowing it up into something it wasn't for some camera time, or maybe she was so offended. But Mary Lou felt like Chrishelle wasn't taking enough time to get to know her, asking her enough questions, or just wasn't treating her with enough of respect. They started off the season in a great couples trip in Australia, but Mary Lou just felt ignored by Chrishelle. So she took Chrishelle out to lunch to confront her and ask her about it and expressed her concerns. Chrishelle's side is, I was nice to you. I am nice to you. What more do you want from me? I don't want to be your best friend. You're dating my ex. You're my ex's new girlfriend. I am in a new relationship. We don't have to be best friends. You don't work at the office. Like, I don't understand. I'm respectful to you. I'm nice to you. Like, Chrishelle is giving her the bare minimum, kind of like what Bre is doing with Cassandra, but we'll get into that. So I see both sides. I don't know why Mary Lou had to call Jason. It definitely felt like she was calling her dad. I feel bad for Jason. I do think Chrishelle could be a little bit more generous and kind with her time and her energy. I understand where she's coming from, and also in regards to the Cabo dinner with her not coming. But Chrishelle, lighten up a little bit, loosen up a little bit. Maybe she's frustrated that she's been the main character for so long on this show, and now some people want to ride her coattails, kind of like how Bre might be feeling. Like, when you're such a queen, everyone just has to have a problem with you, pay attention to you. Like, Chrishelle is the main character, so everyone's just like wondering what she's doing all the time because she just is that main character. So maybe when she does things, people read more into it, but sometimes you don't need to read into things so much. They just could not get along. And during the Cabo trip, which we're going to talk more about, Chrishelle completely ignored Mary Lou, or was just very minimal with her. And during the finale, episode 11, they were still just not on the best of terms, but agreed to keep it cordial. Mary Lou went up to Chrishelle to say hello. Chrishelle said, hi, nice to see you. And that was that. The reunion will be interesting. Mary's storyline this season is about her and Romain. She is taking a step back from the O group. Last season, she was the manager because Jason was in Europe with Mary Lou, so she took over. This season, she is focusing a little bit more on her personal projects with Romain, her husband, and having a baby. So her and Romain got pregnant and unfortunately suffered a miscarriage on this season. So Mary was going through a really hard time. She was not around the drama. She was not around the office as much because of this. And I feel so bad for her. Luckily, Amanza was a good friend to her and had her back throughout the whole season. Chrishelle filmed a couple scenes with her. Mary and Romain even made it to Cabo to celebrate for a night. And that sparked a little bit of controversy in regards to Chrishelle not showing up to that dinner because Amanza felt like she should have been there for Mary after she's had such a long season. But Mary did not have a personal problem with it. If she did, she would have said something to Chrishelle during that last scene when Chrishelle went to her house. I hope that Mary and Romain have a kid if that's what they want. I love their relationship. It seems super healthy and organic. They both work hard. They're independent. There is an age gap, but they've made it work. They've been together for years. So totally feel bad for Mary and hope her and Romain are doing well. Amanza has also struggled with her health in the last couple of years. That wasn't too much addressed during this season, but it was a little bit in the beginning what she's been through. So we do want to make sure Amanza, sending prayers, hope she's doing well. She has had a lot of drama with Chrishelle this season. Amanza, she was playing a little bit of messenger in the beginning in regards to the Emma, Chelsea, Bre, Nicole, all the new girl drama. Amanza, she played her part this season. I feel like Amanza, she played around in the drama. She didn't get too messy. She moved the needle. Like Amanza, she's had a smaller role in past seasons, I think, but now with such big personalities like Christine and Heather not there, Amanza's got to earn her check and get involved in the drama. So she did a little bit this season with the other girls, but her main feud was with Chrishelle. And this started, you know, it kind of started a little bit throughout the season. Amanza was complaining about Chrishelle not being there as much, and Chrishelle just felt like Amanza was calling her out. So Chrishelle did not go to the final dinner in Cabo because her and Emma had their own separate place, which was separate from the $100 million villa that Jason and Brett got the girls. Chrishelle just didn't want to stay at a house with Nicole, with Mary Lou, and she can afford her own place, right? So there was a final dinner to celebrate the night, and Chrishelle and Emma did not show up. Chrishelle felt like she didn't have to be there. She already did all of her obligations professionally for the work trip that she had to do. She saw the office, she interacted with the girls, like she just didn't want to be there. Amanza was really upset that she wasn't there. And a couple other people seemed upset too, but nobody was more upset than Amanza. And of course, Chelsea, who we're going to get to, was egging that on and hyping it up. Oh, I can't wait to get to Chelsea. She's such a pot stir. But back to Amanza, she sent a video to Chrishelle because Chelsea said, you better keep that energy around when she's here, the same energy. So Amanza sent Chrishelle a video saying, why are you not here? There's 2 empty chairs. You should be here. This is ridiculous. Chrishelle was really upset because she felt like Amanza was like making light of it and like almost siding with her enemies who are at the table, Nicole, Mary Lou. Like, she just is like, why are you making this a bigger deal than it needs to be? I'm not here. I don't need to be discussed in such a public forum. So they were texting back and forth for a couple of episodes, but they didn't want to meet in person yet. And they were just kind of telling their sides of the story to other people. It sounded like it got really messy in the DMs and the text messages that they were going back and forth, the text chain. Chrishelle even got Amanza fired from a project she was doing with G, who is Chrishelle's partner. And that really upset Amanza because, like, a personal relationship, like a personal fight, should not affect her business. And Chrishelle was just like, well, if it's going to be awkward for G, knowing that we're not getting along, like, you can't work for G. And Chrishelle was like, I'm going to pay her out. And Amanza was like, it's not about that. It's about like my time. They were able to have a conversation at the finale party. They both were really upset and they really hurt each other. And they expressed how they felt, and they actually were able to hug and make up. I think there's more conversation to have during the reunion. I also think that Chrishelle should not have fired Amanza from the job with G. I think that was so unfair of Chrishelle. So I will be siding with Amanza on that one. I don't think Amanza had to send that video. She had valid concerns that maybe she could have stepped away from the table and called Chrishelle and told her. But I do wonder, when Chrishelle looks back at this, if she can potentially question Chelsea for her egging the situation on and making it worse. As we move on to the Chelsea conversation, to the Bre, and then we'll talk a little bit, maybe more about Nicole and Cassandra. Chelsea. So Chelsea, she has the best fashion of the group, the best makeup, the best skin. Chelsea is a black Barbie. She is beautiful. However, she is stirring the pot. I think that Chelsea stirs the pot with everyone. I think that she moves the needle along, and she's a really great reality star. And I don't know if it's just because somebody has to do it. She wants to make the most out of her 15 minutes of fame on this show. I don't know what Chelsea's goals are. If she is doing this for fun, to give the viewers what we want, which is what we want. We want drama. Is she just trying to make some money? Because she's making a name for herself and she's capitalizing off of this, and she's getting great camera time. She's entertaining. This is a show for Chelsea. This is a job where she is getting paid to show up and move the needle along on Selling Sunset. If I was her friend in the office, I would just have to know that. Like Emma and Chrishelle, they seem to know that because they hang out with her, but they're also aware that Chelsea is like jumping ship and, like, you know, talking to Nicole, talking to Amanza, moving things along with Cassandra. Like, they're aware as her close friends, because you see them on Instagram all hanging out, that Chelsea is playing the field and, like, she is getting into the drama, and that's fine. But if I was in the office with Chelsea, like, I would understand why Bre has her guard up with Chelsea, because Chelsea, the way she moves is a little snaky. As far as a viewer on the show, that's what I'm seeing. She is moving along and she is putting things together and she's creating drama. She's doing her job on the show. So all power to her. All power to her. However, Chelsea and Bre's drama is at the center front of this season. They have not been able to get past their issues from last season, season 6. Bre is still harboring resentment that Chelsea brought up these concerns and these prejudgments and assumptions about Bre's situation with Nick Cannon. Bre understands that it's okay if you guys had concerns. From the outside looking in, I get that there's going to be conversation, because there is. Bre has a baby with Nick Cannon, who has 10 baby mamas. Why does she want to have a baby with someone who has 10 baby mamas? It seems like from Instagram that he's very present in her life. She's perfectly fine with her situation. She's fine with it. It works for her. But of course, that someone from the outside looking in is going to be like, what, don't you want to be with someone that is with you every day and that you have your full commitment to? You know, it's hard to spread yourself thin when you have so many kids, but so many different families. So it's normal to have concerns. But I think Chelsea just kind of went overboard and made it really gossipy, which made Bre uncomfortable in the office. And Chelsea tried to apologize to Bre this season, but Bre just wasn't having it. She wanted to accept Chelsea's apology for face value, but she also had reservations, because does she actually want to be friends with Bre? Or is she just trying to be friends with Bre because Emma's friends with Bre, Chrishelle's friends with Bre, Mary, Amanza, everyone's cool with Bre. The only person that really has a problem with Bre is Chelsea. So Bre is like, listen, now you want to be my friend because you realize everyone else likes me. And I agree with Bre. I was on Bre's side pretty much the whole season when it came to her feud with Chelsea. The Cassandra thing is making me think a little bit different, but we'll get to that. But I was really agreeing with Bre. Bre said, okay, I hear your apology. I'm going to accept it for what it is, but I'm still going to have my guard up until you prove me otherwise. I like that Bre is no nonsense. She is no BS. Part of me thinks it's a tough girl act for the cameras, or maybe to protect herself. I do think she needs to lighten up a little bit. She is really tense a lot. But I also think with Bre, it's you know, she is what she gives you. You get what you get. Don't get upset. She's so real in a way as well. She's has this tough girl act, but she also just keeps it so real. I love watching Bre on the show. I think she is a fabulous addition. I think Bre and Chelsea and even Nicole refreshed Selling Sunset, because it is such a different show now, with Christine gone, with Heather gone, with Maya, with Davina. It is a different show. The cast is completely shooken up. It's a shakeup. It's different. Even Chrishelle has not been on the season as much this season. She hasn't filmed as much about her personal life this season. She hasn't contributed as much to all the drama, but then she does always give us feuds, but that's because people pick with her too. But Chrishelle has also taken a little bit of a back pedal this season, where she's just not as involved. She doesn't need to be. It's she built Selling Sunset on her back. It's time for these new girls to come in, stir some stuff up, and keep the show going. And that's what Chelsea's doing. That's what Bre's doing. Nicole, keep this show fresh. Keep this show going. Chrishelle, Mary, Jason, they built this show. Let's see what you guys can do with it. I'm interested to see where the show evolves for seasons 8 and 9 if they get renewed. I love Selling the OC. I think it's so fresh and so good. They've tried to mix in a few of those agents in this season of Selling Sunset. They showed up to the party. Alex Hall, Amanza was this woman in the orange dress. That was funny. Love a little crossover. But that's kind of where Chelsea and Bre have been for a while. It all hit ahead in Cabo when a new agent, Cassandra, came around. Now, Cassandra and Bre have some type of past that Cassandra wants to tell us about, but Bre does not want to acknowledge. Cassandra says that she was a fitness model on an app that Bre was promoting years ago, or an app that she made. She was helping promote it, and then maybe they had some mutual friends and did some bottle service together. So I think that they have a past that Bre maybe doesn't necessarily want to acknowledge. So she's just giving Cassandra the side eye, because she's just I can't believe you're here. Did the producers find you and cast you on Selling Sunset just so you can get reactions out of me? Is that what it is? Because that's what it could be. Bre is just so mad that Cassandra's there because she doesn't like her. She had a past with her. She doesn't like her. She just doesn't understand why she's here. She said, you need to earn your spot at the table. Cassandra is using Bre's name to get in the door, because it needs to make sense for a viewer that you know someone and that you have some type of relationship. Who knows if Cassandra is actually a real estate agent, or if she's actually selling homes? Who knows if anyone is selling homes? Has Emma sold a home? A lot of this is drama. So Cassandra needs her introduction. The producers casted her on this show. She's probably getting paid. And Chelsea, since she already has drama with Bre, and she is bringing Cassandra in to help move the needle and help expose Bre and kind of show her side. And Chelsea definitely needed a leg up, because the way Bre was very dismissive with Cassandra from the beginning, as a viewer, we don't know their past, and Bre is not willing to explain it. So it just comes across like Bre is being really bitchy to Cassandra and like whatever. But also at the party, Chelsea, you know, she's the one stirring the pot. She's the one that came over with Cassandra to confront Bre when Bre was minding her business. So you poke the bear, you're going to get a reaction. And that was great TV at the end when they broke the fourth wall and Bre stormed out and said, I'm done with the show. But they were poking her all season. Chelsea was poking Bre all season. It's part of the show in a way. I mean, Selling Sunset kind of holds themselves to a different standard and class in regards to their drama because they're all about their clients and their business and their money. And they just kind of, they don't always show their personal drama at home. It's more about like The Office. That's what the show is based on, but it also is based on drama. There's professionalism, selling homes, and then there is the drama that keeps this show alive and keeps this show alive and keeps us watching. And Cassandra and Bre, there's just more to the story. I'm excited for the reunion to hear. Chelsea instigated it. I don't believe that Chelsea cared that much about befriending Cassandra ever. I think Chelsea's so good at being fake. And she says that she is just nice. And that's how she was saying to Bre, why aren't you nice and friendly? And Bre's like, it's not that I'm not nice and friendly. It's that I'm not fake. I'm not going to give my energy to people who don't deserve my energy. You got to find a line somewhere in the middle. You need to be respectful and nice. And you also need to be authentic and not be pretending to be friends with people just to get back at other people. So there's two sides to this. But Chelsea definitely needed a weapon because she was in the wrong all season. And this kind of showed Bre in a different light where maybe Chelsea wasn't necessarily wrong. Maybe Bre is kind of hard to be around because she is so cold. So Cassandra, she wants her TV time. She wants her moment. There's a past between Cassandra and Bre that we don't know about. Hopefully it gets explained. But it's not Cassandra's fault that she wants to make a name for herself and go on TV and sell some homes and make some money. It's an opportunity. Everyone wants an opportunity on the show. And you know what? It's what you make of it. And some of these girls want to create fake drama to get more airtime. More power to you. Give us a good show. Make some money, get some brand deals off of it, but to also know that you're sacrificing your reputation, your brand, and how people look at you. Because some of you guys have been a little shady this season, and some of you have been really sweet, like Mary. And some of you, we just don't know what's for the cameras and what's for not the cameras. It took me a minute to get into it. The first few episodes were slow, but I really enjoyed the last few episodes a lot. So congratulations to the whole cast of Selling Sunset on season 7. I'm really excited for the reunion. So touch back with me in a couple days and we can talk about the reunion and get all the answers we need. Let me know your thoughts on Selling Sunset season 7 in the comments down below. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you're notified whenever I go live. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.